Gil Martin here, and welcome everybody to today's episode of the Daily Packers Post, where we bring you in-depth videos on your Green Bay Packers. We have new episodes dropping every day, Monday through Friday, so hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And you can also visit our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles on the Packers. Today, we continue our position-by-position analysis of the 2025 Packers with a look at the defensive ends, and we'll break down each player who played at least a snap for the team, their strengths and weaknesses, and where the overall position is heading into the 2025-2026 offseason. And remember, grades are based on a combination of expectations and performance, and the average grade is a C+. Now, the Packers defense, just to give you an idea, 21st in the NFL with 36 sacks this season. Kind of a disappointing number when you think about what the Packers did right before the season started. And that was acquiring Micah Parsons from the Dallas Cowboys for Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. And Parsons really did live up to the hype. He was a true difference maker for the defense. He changed the way former defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley executed and called the defense. And his presence and his outstanding pass rush allowed the Packers to get pressure on the quarterback using only the front four as opposed to having to use different blitz packages. Now, Parsons had 12 and a half sacks in just 14 games. Then he suffers a torn ACL and is out for the rest of the season. And it's not a coincidence that the Packers failed to win any games without Parsons. When Parsons was in there, he made things easier for the secondary. They knew they didn't have to cover receivers deep as well because he would force quarterbacks to release the ball quickly. And Parsons also did a good job stopping the run when running plays were heading away from him, running directly at him. A little less success there. He has a nonstop motor and really lifted the entire defense with his play and with his enthusiasm and leadership. Opposite him, the other starter was Rashawn Gary, and everyone was expecting Gary to be one of the big beneficiaries of Parsons joining the team. And at first he was, and he recorded 7.5 sacks in the first 7 games of the season, did a good job of playing the run. But then in the last 10 games of the season, Rashawn Gary did not record a sack. His pressures were down, and he did not record a tackle for loss in the last 10 games. Eventually, his snap count was reduced, and he became not much of a factor down the stretch. And here's the thing. When Parsons went down and missed the final 3 games, the Packers needed Gary to step up, and he really did not do that. His future in Green Bay now uncertain. He has a high cap hit of over $25 million, and his production on the field just does not match that. So whether GM Brian Gutekunst will elect to try to restructure Gary's deal or release him outright, I think there's very little doubt that the Packers will try to reduce Gary's cap hit one way or the other. Now, looking at the primary backups, you had Kingsley Enagbare, started 3 games, played in all 17. He was sort of the top backup at defensive end over the course of the season. 2 sacks, 39 total tackles, 6 of those tackles for loss, had 9 quarterback hits while playing 42% of the defensive snaps. He's a reliable depth piece, rotational piece at defensive end, but he will be an unrestricted free agent this March. And the Packers have to figure out whether they want Enagbare back at a reasonable rate, or if Enagbare can find a better offer elsewhere, I'm sure he'll take it. The other primary backup, Lucas Van Ness. Now, Van Ness was limited to 9 games. He played early in the season, missed the middle of the year with injuries, and then finished fairly strong. He had 1.5 sacks, 7 quarterback hits, and 19 total tackles. 7 of those 19 were tackles for loss. And in the 9 games he played in, he was on the field for 45% of the defensive snaps. Pro Football Focus really liked his play, especially after he returned from injury. He's yet to establish himself as a starter, but you've seen the flashes of athletic ability. His technique does seem to be improving, and he will probably get a chance to start if Gary is not back next year. Now, depth players, well, it was a little hit and miss, and injuries were definitely a part of it. Brenton Cox, shortened by injuries his season for the second straight year. He only appeared in 4 games, started 1, had 1 sack, 3 quarterback hits, and 5 total tackles, and was on the field for 29% of the snaps in the games he played. Cox, a restricted free agent this offseason. He's shown promise. He's got really good athletic ability, but with the depth the Packers have at this position, not sure that he's back. I would bring him back, but we'll see what Brian Gutekunst does. Aaron Mosby played 12 games for the Packers, but almost exclusively on special teams, only 17 snaps on defense all season. Now, he was a big part of the special teams unit, had 8 total tackles. Again, a decision whether or not to bring him back. If he does re-sign, you're looking at probably a 1-year deal at or near the veteran minimum. Then you had 2 rookies, Barron Sorrell and Colin Oliver. Sorrell played a lot more, 14 games, started 1. That was the season finale against Minnesota, had 1.5 sacks, 3 quarterback hits, and 1 fumble recovery. He played 20% of the defensive snaps. Now, he graded out better against the run than he did at pass rushing, according to PFF. But the Packers are expecting him to take on a bigger role next year, his second year in the league. Colin Oliver, while he missed almost the entire season, only played in 1 game, was injured and out of the lineup, did record 1 tackle for loss and 2 quarterback hits in just 31 defensive snaps. He showed some promise, but again, a very small sample size, and hopefully Oliver will be healthy and ready to show what he can do in 2026. So where are we at with our final grade? Well, Parsons, his addition was a game changer, and he personally would have earned an A or an A+, but the rest of the group really did not maintain that fast start that they got off to early in the year. I think the pass rush kind of faded after offenses adjusted their blocking schemes and had game plans to get the ball out quickly. And then the run defense struggled after Parsons, and even before Parsons was hurt when Devontae Wyatt was lost for the season. If Parsons comes back and the younger players take a little bit of a jump, there's a potential for a much better season in 2026. The final grade for the overall defensive ends is going to be a B. Let me know what you think about that. Feel free to comment on our YouTube page with your grade and why you think that grade is deserved. Visit our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles on the Packers. Here on YouTube, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode of the Daily Packers Post. I'm Gil Martin. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe, and of course, go Pack Go.